He's one of the biggest prospects to come out of this country in quite some time. It's George Mangos. And we got him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Live from HBF Stadium Festival Hall. Melbourne Pavilion.
Not even backstage, we're literally outside. Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right.
Be good if the Aussie MMA Instagram page would give us a bit of glow up because...
Welcome to the Australian MMA Podcast. My name is Mitch Tinley, and today's guest is none other than George Mangos. Mangos season is upon us. They are ripe, as they say. August 12th, he takes on Radley De Silva, what we have dubbed in this interview the Canadian George Mangos, on Dana White Contender Series. Believe it's the first week. And look, he's got an opportunity. Old George Mangos, if you don't know who he is, one of the most accomplished and highly touted regional fighters in quite some time, 7-0 on the regional scene. He gets his opportunity in like the world's hardest job interview, they say. He's got this bout. If he wins convincingly. Dana White, head of the UFC, at the end of the show, says, yep, cool, I really like you, here's a UFC contract. So, look, it's pretty cool. We've gotten so many Australians into the UFC this way. Jimmy Crute, Jack Jenkins, of course, Jack Della Maddalena, who eventually claimed the UFC welterweight crown. So, look, it's one of the best ways to jumpstart your UFC career, and you get a lot of hype off it as well. It's way better than just regularly sort of debuting like they used to do. Of course, we've got many other Australians on Road to UFC, which is sort of like another version as well. But Dana White Contender Series, everyone is calling for that. We're going to have a couple of Anzacs on this season, and hopefully we'll have more come through here. But yes, George Mangos, 7-0 on the regional scene, taking on Radley De Silva, who's 7-1, defended his belt a fair few times in his regional scene as well. So it's a very, very tough bout for George. But if George is as good as they say, and we say, and I say he is, he should be able to take out Mr. Radley De Silva. So we're going to hear George's thoughts and what he's done differently and how he's sort of prepping and his prediction, of course, with his family behind him, and if he can secure that goal that every fighter sort of loves to get, which is that UFC contract. Now, George has only been a pro for, I think, just over 2 years, or just under 2 years, around about 2 years. He's a youngster. We have the entire country behind him, and we can't wait to see what he can do. So, look, guys, without further ado, of course, want to thank our friends at Vex MMA, who's a good friend of George Mangos as well, of course, all those guys at PRP Global as well. And of course, want to thank our gym partner, Drillich Combat Academy, for helping the show just get on the road. Couldn't do it without anyone. We've got some exciting content coming out with those guys as well, so stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's George Mangos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show in his famous garden. It's George Mangos.
Hello, Garden of Eden.
Sorry, it's your dad's garden. There's no way you can do that.
Nah, that's not me.
I have had comments on this before. People think it's a Zoom background. It's not, is it?
It's not.
It's
not.
It genuinely looks like a Zoom background. little piece of grass just to prove it's real.
It's not, and it's real. It's real. Hard work.
Oh, mate. Well, I mean, only you guys would know. You know, hard work pays off. Beautiful garden, beautiful career. About to be, I guess, just starting again.
Yeah, the rebirth.
Do you take? I mean, I've asked you this before, but do you take all the joy that you ever have and just throw it in the bin now?
Yeah, it's like meaningless now. Like you get signed, like B Radley, and everyone's like, "Oh, no one really gives a fuck what you did in Australia." Like you got to start from scratch again.
It's weird, eh? Because in a weird way, it's kind of like what happens in like juniors and stuff in other sport with like world tournaments. Like you win your sort of area and then you move. Like he's the George Mangos of where he's from.
Yeah, exactly. But no one cares. No one cares.
Dude, you're taking on, is it Radley? It's Radley De Silva, eh?
Yeah, Radley.
What is your thoughts? Like, are you on a guy that kind of looks at his opponents, tries to study them or watch their tape, or do you care?
Yeah, I watch a bit. I knew who he was before they offered me him because I'd seen a few of his fights. Like as I was getting to that sort of level, I knew Contenders was coming up. I was watching a few people from that were like at my sort of level in different countries, and Radley was one of them. So it wasn't yeah, I already had a bit of background on who he was. He's fought some decent guys, but no one like who I've fought, and but he still is dangerous. You know, he's been training for a long time. Like as of why he's been training from a young age. So he's definitely well rounded. He's dangerous, but yeah, obviously I'm gonna prove that I'm better.
Yeah, he looks good. Like, I don't know why every time I see whoever our Aussies are fighting on Contender Series, and I expect to see like some butterball that can't strike or something. But like, I looked at him, I was like, "Ooh, he looks good though."
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. It's better that I don't have some bum. I'd rather beat someone with a bit of hype, especially in Canada. Like you said, he's the George Mangos of Canada. He's on a win streak, multiple time defending champion and whatnot. So yeah, it's good. I'll take his hype and do what I do best.
Was there, you mentioned you saw other guys kind of when Contenders was getting thrown around. Were there any other guys that you thought they might have thrown your way?
Yeah, I was mainly looking at Radley, and then that guy, there's a fellow that trains with O'Malley. I can't remember his name, and then there's one that trains with Paddy as well. So I think they're both on Contenders this year, but yeah, I was looking at those two guys, sussing them out potentially with a potential of us fighting, but yeah, it didn't happen.
When you signed with Tim and Chosen Advisor and they got Day Night Contender Series and they said, "Hey, look, mate, this might be an option." Did they go, "Hey, they're looking at maybe this guy, or this guy"?
No, that was the first guy they gave us, and we said, yeah, we wanted that spot on the first week, and yeah, that's the first name we threw. We said yes. Radley said yes, so it's pretty smooth. Yeah, it was no problems getting a match up.
Do you reckon anyone in the Contender Series has said no to the opponent but still wants to be on the show?
I don't think so. I think especially at the start of your career, well, from what like Tim has told me as well, it's sort of until you make your markets, you just do what you're told, I guess. Like you gotta build yourself up. You can't really say no. You don't have much leverage to start off with, so you just got to say yes to whatever they throw at you and perform on the night.
Is there any like negotiating with like contracts or anything, or are they just like, you will do it for a stick of gum and you'll shut up?
Yeah, it's more. It's more. Yeah, maybe I'll pay them to get on it.
Well, I mean, I reckon they're getting to that stage where they know you'll do anything.
Yeah, no. You're not in there yet. So, but if you got one clear shot, Dana's there watching. Like, I think people would give a lot to do that.
Does that kind of worry you as well, that it's not just getting the victory, but like you've got to do it flashy as well?
Not really. I mean, I'm exciting. I think all my fights have been. So maybe if I was boring and had lots of decisions and whatever, yeah. But no, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do best, and that's pull people away. That's 13 fights in a row. I've done that, amateur and pro. So no, that part of it doesn't concern me. I think as long as I get the win, I'll be getting signed. Is it
exciting, or is it more like, oh shit, my whole career depends on this one fight?
It's definitely both. It's like. It's by far the most excited I've been for a fight ever. Like usually like maybe fight week, I'll get a bit excited and whatever. Like I've been so G'd from like maybe 7-8 weeks out. I'm like waking up like, oh my god, like this is fucking happening. Like I'm training so much harder. But also at the same time, it's like everything's riding on this too. So if there's a time to fuck up, it's not now. That's for sure.
Will you be repping the Greek heritage as much as the Aussie, or are you going full Aussie flag?
Well, no, look, at the end of the day, I'm Australian. Like, I have a Greek background, but I sound Aussie. I was born and raised here. So, yeah, I'm proud of both like cultures, but yeah, I'm definitely Australian and with a Greek background.
Unless the UFC goes to Athens and then you're all like, yeah, oh, I'm Greek.
I'm Greek.
Well, I mean, with the prep for the fight and everything, like we said, biggest fight of your career. I know they kind of all are, but this one, like, very much is. Does anything change in training? Like, surely you can't train harder.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But then Luke has other intentions. He's been absolutely killing me. He's good. He's excited too. So he's making sure we're not leaving anything out, where we're ticking all the boxes and more. We're doing all the extra stuff. I've upped more training, which I didn't think I could do, but I can. Everything's been on point. More training, more recovery. Yeah, honestly, it's been such a perfect camp. Like, this is the best I've ever felt, best shape I've been in by far.
That's sick. And when it comes to getting you ready, it was all about you. And then your selfish teammate, Marwan Rahiki, came in and it might even end up, I believe he's got a date and an opponent that's unofficially official for the Contender Series. But are you a bit annoyed? You're like, hey, bro, this was all about me.
Nah, not at all. It's good. Like, it's I'm experiencing this for the first time, like first guy from our gym. So at least if there's someone there that's on the same path as me, he's just behind me, or it's good that I'll have someone to relate with. You know what I mean? So I'm not just doing this by myself.
Is there anything that you can teach him as a veteran of the game that you're 2 weeks ahead of him at any one time?
Yeah, there's a few tips and tricks I can give him. I'll keep him up to date as best as I can.
It feels like 6 months ago you were 6 months ahead. 3 months ago, just 3 months ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like he's catching up. He's catching up more and more.
He is. He's closing the gap. Like, he's fucking sneaky little Moroccan.
It's the same conversation, and like I've said this before as well, but like with Cody Haddon and Quillan Sourkild, where it was like a race to the UFC. Then Cody was always in front, and then Quillan got in front, and then Cody like was the first to debut. But then it was this whole little battle.
Yeah.
Do you have that internally at the gym?
Yeah, a little bit. It's good. It's healthy competition. Yeah, like we don't really talk about like who's gonna get there first, whatever. I think we're just overall like just excited. Like, the fact that it's pretty certain that it's gonna happen that we're both on the same season as well. Like, obviously Marwan's worked his ass off to get there, and to get there this year, especially I think he was only 3-0 at the start of the year, and now he's looking like he'll be on Contender. So yeah, well, the whole gym's just on having good vibes at the moment. We're high on energy.
Now, if you had a fight and Marwan had a fight, different places, same day, who's Luke picking?
Well, I don't know. We'll see if it happens. But I think now that we're both going to be in the UFC, it won't be a problem.
Do you reckon gym fees are about to go up?
They should. I think any newcomers, now that they've got 2 UFC fighters by the end of the year, they should be paying more.
And what sort of the family got planned? Like, are they heading over to watch you, or is there a watch party? What's going on?
Yeah, I think they are going to do a watch party at the gym, but yeah, my family's coming over, my mom, dad, and brother, and obviously I'll have like a little team there. Luke, my wrestling coach Glenn, training partner Abraham, and one of my friends Harrison will be there. So yeah, I've got a good crew coming over. Yeah, man, everyone's excited. That's the best way to put it.
Are you worried that you'll let them all down and your family will be right there?
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. It's a big moment, but yeah, I always rise to the occasion.
Now, we talked about Marwan because he's super exciting with the knockouts. You're just a boring grappler.
Yeah.
Is there any bit of you that is like, oh man, I got this weakness and I wanted it to not be a weakness by the time I got to Contenders, and I've got to speed run that. Is there anything like that runs through your head?
No, I don't think. I think I'm pretty like well-rounded. I think we just wanted to level up overall. You know, there's obviously a gap, like a jump between the regional fighter and the UFC fighter. So we wanted to close that gap as much as possible. From my last fight to this fight, which we've had like many months to do. I haven't fought since the end of February or 1st of March. So yeah, we've had to spend a long time, lots of months, preparing for this, and I think I've closed that gap fully, and I'm ready to spark Radley and make my debut.
And is there anything about Radley's game that is of a concern?
Yeah, everywhere. He's dangerous everywhere. So I'm gonna have to be on my A game like every second of the fight. You know, I can't afford to switch off at all against him. He's obviously explosive. He's got good wrestling. He's got good grappling. So, yeah, everywhere is a concern. There's nowhere where he's lacking. So, yeah, I'm gonna be on my A game, like I said. But he's good. But end of the day, I'm better.
And do you have a prediction for your bout going up against the Canadian George Mangos?
Yeah, look, I think I'm gonna hurt him early. I think I'm probably gonna sub him, to be honest. But to start off the finish, I think I'm definitely gonna hurt him with my hands, bit of club and sub, or drop him and finish him on the ground.
And have you thought about when you finish him? Because Dana White's gonna be right there. Are you gonna like run over the cage? Are you gonna just like strut and act like this happens every day? Like, do you think about stuff like that?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna run out of the cage and kiss him on the head.
You better, if you get the first round sub, you better do that.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, mate, look, I'm super excited for you. It kind of feels weird because it doesn't feel like a great opportunity for you. It just feels like the fight that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately the problem with being one of the most hyped prospects ever. We just kind of go, yeah.
Yeah.
So, mate, it's not even a congratulations. Just get the fucking job done, or I've wasted hours interviewing you over time.
Yeah, I'll try my best just for that reason only.
Oh, also, you got some supporter tees, yeah, still?
Yeah, actually they've closed the pre-sale finish on Friday.
Well, I bought one, and
No, thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to it. Is there any other way that anyone can support George Mangos?
Just tune in. That's it. There'll be, I think, like that was the first drop, but maybe for my next fight we'll do another drop of shirts or something. So, but yeah, ideally, probably like each design will just be like one-time thing. So you got to get in while you can.
Oh, because new fights, because you're going to
New
need
fight,
keep
we'll have
run
some
up
more
through.
photos and stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. All right,
it.
mate. We'll put in a good word to Tim Simpson for me because everyone wants to hear from him.
I will.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
All right, take care.